They were down 12 at the break because of a lack of intensity and effort as far as he was concerned, but the Pistons brought that and then some in the second half. Here's more of what Stan had to share with the media after the game.
22 and 10 in the first half. He was 14 for 15 on the night. I mean, the guy crushed us, and he was catching the ball so deep, and we just thought Greg would fight him a little harder down there. You know, and that was the reasoning. Greg's a better low post defender. That was why we made the switch. Should have made it right at the beginning of the second half. Quite honestly, that was just a coaching mistake because we talked about it at halftime, talked with my coaches, that's what we were going to do, and Stan did not inform the players, you know. No, until a few minutes in, so it's a coaching mistake there. But, yeah, that's what we wanted to do in the second half, and that's why we left him in down the stretch when Valanciunas came back in the game. We went back to Andre as soon as Hansbrough came in, and then when Valanciunas came back, we let Andre play a few possessions, but we wanted Greg back on him.
You had KCP guarding Johnson, which is a little bit, but then you put him on Lowry in that last possession.
At the very last one, but what happened, quite honestly, we played Kyle, 15 straight minutes or whatever, and Karan couldn't go in the second half. His hamstring was tight, so you know, we had to go small at that spot, and we were ready to double team if we had to, but they didn't throw it down there, so we got lucky in that regard, and we were able to play small. Jody finished and played, I don't know what, 18 straight minutes at the end. We were thinking about bringing Kyle back in, but right as we thought of it, he went on his little run, you know, so he ended up making us look good.
Was there a little extra motivation for your guys after the way the game in Detroit went with all the fans going down there? Did they recognize that?
Well, did we look motivated to start the game?
Well, maybe
not at all. Not at all. We didn't look the least bit motivated to start the game, and I don't believe that stuff would kick in at halftime. Like, yeah, we weren't ready to play at the beginning, but you know what? Now I remember what happened up there. No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
You've won at Cleveland, you've won at San Antonio, you've won here. Other than record, what separates you from being one of the best teams in the league right now?
Well, it is the record, and it's honestly what you saw from our defense tonight. I mean, you know, you've got to not be able to rely on improbable finishes. You've got to be able to stop people to some degree, and you know, we've done okay at times, but tonight and in the Atlanta game, you know, our defense on these pick and roll teams has got to get better, or you know, that's what would separate us.
What's key for Brandon shooting the ball? Is it more shot selection, or is it getting extra reps, or just feeling nice one day?
Well, I think a couple of things. I think the ball is in his hands all the time now, so he knows he's going to get plenty of shots. You ask any player about that, and you know, you relax a little bit. You know, it's not, I'm going to get 5, I better make them, you know, or I've got to get the ball to somebody else all the time. I mean, I think he's playing with incredible freedom and confidence right now, and I think they go hand in hand.